Welcome back to my channel. So today I have come up with a topic that is commonly seen in our kitchens, that is aluminium foil. So let me give you some insight on what is this aluminium foil, why is it used in food, and side effects of using aluminium foil in food. So please stay tuned and do watch the video till the end for complete details on aluminium foil in food. So most of the houses will definitely use aluminum foil for one or the other way, either for wrapping the food or for cooking the food. So basically while roasting, baking, grilling, so these are the usual practices where aluminum foil is commonly used. And it is used because it protects the delicate foods. Basically the grilling, during the grilling process, it becomes very useful and handy. And coming to the migration, the World Health Organization, it tells that even though this aluminium can be eliminated from the body, the rate at which it is getting accumulated is much higher than the rate at which it is getting eliminated from your body. So that is why it is leading to issues. So let me give you more details on that today. And coming to the types of utensils, aluminium is one which is most commonly used in developing countries because it is much cheaper compared to the steel containers. So this is just to show you the various places where you can see a lot of aluminium foil or aluminium related materials used during cooking, and that definitely would leach some of the aluminium into the food, which might lead to a lot of issues. So why exactly do we go for aluminium foil? So this aluminium foil, it provides a complete barrier to light, oxygen, moisture and bacteria. So that is the main reason this is widely used as packaging material in food industry and pharmaceutical industry. Apart from that, it generates a aseptic condition which might be very useful in many conditions. That is why it is widely used. So one more thing is we should think if this is safe. So we see a lot of food wrapped with aluminum foil and we happily eat that food. But we should have an idea whether this can lead to issue to our health, because there are certain situations where the leaching of this aluminium into food becomes much higher compared to the other rates. So basically when the food is very spicy, when the food has got certain tomato rich contents or vinegar kind of material, citrus kind of materials, that is basically the acidic kind of materials, the chances of leaching is much higher. Not only the type or ingredients, even the time of exposure also matters. So if you are supposed to bake it for so much time and you keep it for more time, the chances of exposure of this aluminium to the food becomes higher, because of which it can further leach. So not only aluminium foil, we also use a lot of aluminium utensils in our kitchen, because this will conduct the heat much faster compared to the steel containers. So that is why people try to use aluminium, and even it is cheaply available compared to steel containers. So that is why they might use aluminium. But again, here the same thing holds good, that is it reacts with the acidic food. So it is advisable only to cook in it, but do not store your food in this particular container for long. So coming to the dangers of aluminium, definitely it is going to have a detrimental impact on your nervous system. And even though they tell that it does not much accumulate in the systems in our body, but there have been a lot of reports where they show that there is accumulation of aluminium happening in various organs, and it also competes with calcium. So we know how important is calcium in our skeletal system. So there, if skeletal demineralization is happening, then definitely it can lead to a lot of bone related diseases. And not only that, the people who are suffering from Alzheimer's disease, they have seen in those people, when they are diagnosed, high concentration of aluminium is seen in their samples. So that indirectly tells you that it has got an impact on the brain cells. And not only that, it might have certain inflammatory bowel diseases kind of syndromes also, because of the accumulation or magnification of aluminium in your system. So different factors are responsible for this leaching of aluminium into food, and the most important factor is temperature, as I told you, that is the cooking time, and the type of food, like the acidic food, the tomato rich food. So in those kind of materials, when the ingredients are such that the chances of leaching becomes much high. So in that way, it is leading to issues. So we need to think about this and see to it that we do not cook such kind of acidic food or high temperature foods in this particular system. So according to the World Health Organization, they tell that 2 mg per kg body weight per week will not cause any issues. Okay, but what is happening is people are consuming so much of this food which is having aluminum foil and other kind of aluminum materials, because of which the consumption becomes much higher, and that will be leading to issues. So these are just to show you the scanning electron microscopy of the aluminum foil. So the left image that you can see here, this is the aluminum foil, the microscopic image of it in a scanning electron microscopy. These kind of scanning electron microscopy will zoom your particular substance like 10,000 times, 20,000 times, and then you can see exactly the porosity and morphology of that particular material. So this left hand diagram that I'm showing you, it is the scanning electron microscope of the normal aluminum foil. That means before you have used this for cooking, the aluminum foil, if you place this under a scanning electron microscopy, it will look something like this. And now you can check the right hand image. Okay, so this is the image of a same aluminum foil which was used for cooking. Might be some acidic food was used for cooking, because of which the leaching is much higher. And once it is leached, you can see the morphology now. You can see these holes here. Can you see the holes here? So these holes indirectly tells you that the aluminum material from this particular substance has leached out. And once it leached out, where does it go? Definitely it will go into the food. So in that way, definitely we'll have to take care. And this is one research showing you the leaching of aluminum from the material. Apart from that, this aluminum foil is very much used for cooking chicken and even for fish. They marinate it within this and nicely fold it in the aluminum foil and keep it for baking in microwave. Many things, such things will be done. So this is one more research to show you that. So this is a study where they have used aluminum foil for baking salmon and mackerel fish. So you need not concentrate on what material they're trying to cook, but you have to concentrate on the data which is shown here. Okay, so the above data here is for non-marinated. Okay, so this two are for non-marinated. That means without adding marination to the fish if they try to cook it, and the data of that. And these two are for marinated ones. And the below ones here, these are for atomic absorption spectroscopy data. And the above ones, these two are for ICP data. So atomic absorption spectrophotometer can be spectroscopy or spectrophotometer can be used for analyzing the concentration of aluminum in the samples. So what they're doing is, once they cook the food in this particular system, they're then analyzing the fish samples and seeing how much concentration of aluminum has been accumulated in the system. Similarly, here they are trying to analyze that using ICP. It is one more advanced technique which is much better than atomic absorption spectrophotometer. So it is called as the inductive coupled plasma mass spectrophotometer. So you can see the values in the below and the above graph. So these are much higher compared to these values, but these both are the same samples. So that tells you this is more accurate, and this gives much more specific data compared to the AAS data. So I want you to check these graphs. Okay, you can see this bar which is shown here. So you can see the left hand diagrams. It is non-marinated, as I told you. So in this case, the fish is not marinated with any spicy material or any kind of juicy material, and then the aluminum foil is wrapped and then it is cooked. But here it is wrapped. Before that, the spicy materials are marinated on the surface of the chicken or fish, whatever. So in this case, it is fish. So you can see here the values of aluminum accumulation in the fish is much higher. Can you see that here? So here you can see the graphs which are much higher values. And here you can see it is, even here it is higher because it is the ICP data. But here you can see the values are much low, right? So in that way you can tell that the material of interest, that is how the material is marinated, that will definitely have an impact. So more the marination you give with spicy and other material, definitely for cooking for chicken, fish, you will add a lot of marination. And once you marinate, if you wrap it in the aluminum foil and keep it for cooking, definitely the aluminum leaching into the food is going to be much higher. So this is one more study to show you that. So that is why I thought this has to be highlighted. So how do you minimize your exposure to aluminum? So one important thing is you can avoid high heat cooking. You can try to use less aluminum foil. First of all, when you have certain food, a marinated kind of food, then you definitely have to reduce the use of aluminum foil there. Instead of that, you can try to go for some alternatives. You can try to go for other kind of utensils other than aluminum, like you can use porcelain or glass kind of materials, and you should try avoiding mixing acidic food with aluminum foil. So that is the most important thing which you have to remember. These are some of the other alternatives to aluminum foil. You can just have a look at it. So the best one would be trying to cook in a glass container or a porcelain kind of containers when you're using microwave oven. So we have definitely seen how the nature of the food, the acidic nature, spicy nature would have a detrimental impact on health if the aluminum leaching becomes much higher than the prescribed limits. We have seen that aluminum can come into your body with various routes, whether it is food, water, medications, etc. And it is easily passed away from your system through feces and urine. But what happens is the rate at which it is accumulating is becoming much higher than which it is excreted from your system, which is leading to a lot of health impacts. So this has to be taken into consideration, and we should see to it that we try to use better alternatives to aluminum foil. So please stay vigilant and stay safe. So thank you for watching. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel so that I can make much more educational videos like this for you. Thank you, and do share this video with maximum people that you know, so that everybody who is into cooking and trying to use aluminum foil will know the precautions they need to take and what food they should not cook with aluminum foil. Thank you.